What's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, man. Nick Hamman here, dude. How's it going? It's such a pleasure to chat to you. What an icon, dude. How are you?
Man, I appreciate it. Likewise, thank you for taking the time.
There's a lot that I want to talk about, but just sort of jumping right in and looking at something like an 11 studio album, which I think for so many people is in and of itself just a major accomplishment. But I think given where the world is right now and given where hip hop is, as somebody who has been both a mentor and somebody who's very much also considered part of the group of iconic hip hop superstars on the album, you've worked with a lot of up and comers, well-established artists, and also many OGs as well. What's the difference like when you're collaborating with people that come from different stages of their own careers?
Different energies, different perspectives, and different levels of consciousness is big. I think before we're anything, we're men and women. And as men and women, as humans, we kind of like our lessons and experiences, our lessons we learn from our experiences. They shape and mold us in such a way that allow us to present our art in different ways at different times for different reasons. So, coming into somebody who's right here in their evolution, that application of art is going to be different from finding someone who's at this point in their evolution or at this point. And I just appreciate all parts of it, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I've experienced it in so many different levels.
Who do you think the T.I is that comes into this project, being on your own journey as well? What is it that you wanted to say?
I think, first of all, I'm just, thankful to still be alive. You know what I'm saying? It's a celebration of life at this point at 40. Not only am I here alive at 40, I'm also T.I. So that's like an anomaly on top of an anomaly. So.
And speaking particularly to that, that list of accomplishments and also that reality of, taking cognizance of your own existence and your space as an artist that's able to contribute and talk about the world. For us in South Africa, it was awesome to see the collaborations you've been taking with local artists, and Nasty C is somebody in particular. And if you talk about a track like They Don't, I think what's really interesting is that it's an opportunity to kind of take a look at some of the things that go on in the US and some of the things that happen in South Africa as well. And I'd be really excited to know what that kind of dialogue and conversation was like for you from your perspective, learning more about South Africa and artists on the African continent.
The one thing that I did learn while I was in South Africa, I didn't have this conversation with Nancy C, but the one thing that I did find out while I was in South Africa was that South African culture, or the South African people, have their own version of sort of the same story of America, of a European traveler or colonizer, I would say, that came one day and said they discovered something that already had natives present on land.
Yeah.
And then kind of through different levels and applications of treacherous endeavors, kind of colonized this land and deemed it appropriate, took it for their own, and kind of tried to push everyone else out and rule them under a certain principle that they forced on the native people. I didn't know that. I thought that was unique to America. I didn't know that in South Africa there was another version of Christopher Columbus and in other places as well. So that was one of the things that I learned that kind of, it was uncanny. It blew my mind.
So something that's become a reality for a lot of South African artists over the last couple of years is this opportunity to break onto the global stage. And for many of us, America is the cultural pinnacle of that. And one thing that we always, I think, often get very scared of is, how do we make sure that if we're able to get a seat at the table, that we keep it. And I know that you're somebody that has been very interested in the role of mentorship, and you've done that a lot for many artists, not only in America, but around the globe as well. And having collaborated with up-and-comers in South Africa, I imagine it's something that you've thought of. And is there, or are there, key lessons and takeaways that young artists, especially coming from our continent, should look at to make sure of, to know that if we're trying to break into America, how we also make sure that we can own ourselves and that we take our culture across properly?
First of all, I think that maintaining a certain authenticity is important. Even though you want to break into any region, you know, it could be America, it could be anywhere, to kind of present yourself and make an impact in a different region, it's going to take true, authentic version of yourself, a true, authentic depiction of what goes on where you're from. And people are genuinely attracted to what is real. You know what I mean? If it's effortless, if it's real, if it's subconscious, and people can kind of tell that that's not produced, that isn't taught, that's not training. This is just true to life, uninhibited response to whatever it is going on right now. And people are attracted to that.
And I think definitely that a lot of your own career is testament to that fact. So once again, I just wanted to say congratulations on 11 studio albums. It's a major achievement. We can't wait to play the music here in South Africa as well, 5FM. And next time you come down...
Y'all can't play it there yet?
Well, at the time of airing this weekend.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Say less.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. Well, I'm looking forward to you guys being able to hear it.
Yeah, we're excited. We really are. And, you know, it's a weird world right now, so it's amazing to still be able to do this.
Right. You know, I think one of the undeniable benefits of technology.
Yeah.
One of the few undeniable benefits.
Do you think it's distracting us?
I think it's distracting us. I think everything is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? It's just how much you will allow yourself to be a distraction. I'm sure if we were having a conversation, or we were having this same Zoom outside, and there were a culmination of birds circling, I would be distracted, and that would have absolutely nothing to do with technology. You know what I'm saying? So distractions are all around us. It's just how much we will allow ourselves to be distracted. You know, I think we have to shape and mold our minds and condition ourselves to kind of focus on what's important.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time, man. You're an icon and a legend of hip hop, and it's exciting to see what you've done. And I can't wait to see what you're going to continue to do, really and truly.
Love and respect, bro.
5FM. Watch 5FM TV on YouTube. 5FM.